Hello everyone. In the previous video, I have explained you trial balance rules. Debit all the expenses and assets we used to write debit column, okay, and in credit column we used to write all the incomes and liabilities. Here are a few sums we'll be discussing. See, in this sum, the following are the balances extracted from the books of Bajrang. Prepare a trial balance as on 31st March 2022. In this sum, cash will be coming in debit column, is in an asset, okay, cash debit column. Capital credit column. Purchase is an expense, so it will come in debit column. Sales is an income, it will come in credit column. Purchase return, purchase is in debit column, so purchase return opposite credit column. Sales return, sales is in credit column as it is in income, so sales return will be in debit column. Transportation expense, so it will come in debit column. Discount allowed is an expense, so it will come in debit column. Printing is an expense, so it will come in debit column. Sundry debtors asset, it will be coming in debit column. Sundry creditor liability, it will be coming in credit column. Investment asset, debit column. Plant and machinery asset, debit column. Building asset, debit column. Furniture asset, debit column. Electricity expense, debit column. Postage expense, debit column. Capital came in credit column, okay, so drawings will be just the opposite. Drawings will be coming in debit column. Capitals in credit column, drawings in debit column. Salaries is an expense, so it will come in debit column. Traveling expense is also an expense, so it will coming in debit column. Here I have drawn that sums. See here, cash asset, debit column. Capital credit column. Purchase, okay. According to that rule, all the expenses and assets I have shown in debit column, and all the incomes and liabilities I have shown in credit column. After that, I have added all the columns. Debit column total I am getting 2,34,400, and same I am getting credit column total, that is 2,34,400. Next sum, in this sum also same thing. Prepare the trial balance of MS Prayag for the year ended 31st March 2022. Same thing for here also. Capital account credit column. Furniture and fitting asset, debit column. Motor car asset, debit column. Building asset, debit column. Debtor will be in asset side, so debit column. Creditors, it's a liability, it will come in credit column. Bad debt is my expense, okay, bad debt debit column. Opening stock will be coming in trial balance, it will come in debit side. Opening stock debit side. Purchase expense in debit column. Salaries expense, so it will be also be in debit column. Sales is an income, it will come in credit column. Bank credit balance, okay, it will be coming in, see here, bank credit balance we have showed in this side. Credit means you have, that is bank overdraft. Credit means it is bank overdraft, you have taken excess amount of money from the bank which you have to repay, okay, it is a liability. Credit balance bank is a liability, okay, the bank credit means it is a liability, so we have shown in the credit column. Purchase return, same thing. Purchase is an debit side, purchase is coming in debit side, the purchase return will come in the opposite side, credit column. Commission credit means commission you have received. If it is shown commission debit means it is an expense, but commission credit means commission you have received, so it will come in credit column. Sales return debit column. As sales we are writing in credit column because sales is an income, so sales return will be coming in opposite column, means sales return in debit column. Advertisement expense, debit column. Interest debit means interest paid. Interest credit if it would be, then it would be in credit column, interest received, but it is interest debit, it means interest paid, it will come in debit column. Cash balance is an asset, debit column. Insurance and tax, it's also an expense, so it will come in debit column. I have given the same, using those same rules I have listed all the items in debit and credit column respectively. After that, I have added all the debit column amount and then credit column amount, I got the total, okay. Next sum, capital credit column. Plant is an asset, debit column. Cash in hand, debit column. Commission received, credit column, is an income. Discount debit means discount allowed, discount credit means discount received, and discount debit means discount allowed, it is an expense, so it will be coming in debit column. Purchase return credit column. Interest received, credit column. Repairing charges expense means debit column. General expense, it is an expense, means debit column. Wages is also expense, debit column. Furniture asset, debit column. Sales return, it's sales is coming in credit side, to sales return debit. Loan advance, you have given loan to someone, it is an asset. Okay, this is not a loan you have taken, this is loan advance, means you have given loan to someone. Okay, so means you will be getting back the money, that's why loan advanced, it will be coming in debit column. Office salaries is an expense, debit column. Building is an asset, so it will be coming in debit column. Opening stock, debit column. Cash at bank, asset, debit column. Rate tax and insurance is an expense, debit column. Discount credit means discount you have received from someone, this is discount, debit. And here this is discount credit, credit means discount received, to discount received will be in credit column. Sundry creditors, it's a liability, in credit column. Sales is an income, it will be in credit column. Book debts, debtors means the money whom which money you will be getting back, book debts. Okay, 15 lakh, it will be coming in debit column. Rent, same thing, expense, debit column. Purchase is also an expense, debit column. Carriage and freight, expense, debit column. Delivery van, asset, debit column. Traveling expense, asset, traveling expense is an expense, so it will be coming in debit column. Capital we write in credit column, so drawings will be writing in debit column. Using the same method, I have listed all the items here. Okay, respectively in debit and column, debit and credit column, I have written the amounts. After that, when I have added, what I saw, credit column, I am getting a total of this is 1 10 100,000 10 lakh 10 lakh 1 crore 43 lakh. Okay, 1 crore 43 lakh I am getting in credit column. Okay, and debit column I am getting less than that, so I have created a suspense account, and the excess, the deficit money which I was getting, that is in 1,90,000. Okay, I put in suspense account in debit side, because debit side it was showing 1,90,000 less than the credit column. So I have created a suspense account and I have put that amount in that. Okay, same rules for trial balance, these three sums also. Debit we are writing all the expenses and assets, and credit column we are writing all the incomes and liability, income, gains and liability.